was offered an exotic evening with a Victoria's Secret model today. In exchange, I had to advertise some sort of bathroom cleanser on my Facebook page, but I declined because I'm a person of high moral standards and strong willpower. Strong, just like Ajax, the incredibly strong bathroom cleanser, now available in lemon and vanilla scent. Okay, Power BI. Power BI is a business intelligence module that comes with new Navision 2016. And what you can see here is that you query Navision, you query data out of Navision, and it will automatically build these graphs of any type you want, and you would label them as you see fit for the representative of the data that you do want to look at. And there's a ton of templates that you can choose from. You can have bar graphs, a regular graph, a pie graph, as you see there, and you can build it. You can build these for each department. So AR might want one, production might want one, sales might want one, and everybody can have their own specific reports that they want to look at as a dashboard all day. And this is a really cool feature that they just offered in 2015 and 16. So it's real exciting. I'm happy to go over it with anybody that wants to look at that, and we'll move on to the next item. Find as you type was a really cool feature that was in Classic that kind of got removed when we went to RTC 2009. But they've brought it back in 2015 and 2016 nav in the RTC module. So this little video represents kind of how it works, and it works just like it used to in Classic. A really, really nice feature that I'm sure everybody's going to enjoy instead of having to, search through records in a table. You can just simply type in a partial of someone's, and you can use the same filtering tools like you would if you were filtering in Navision. So you can use the asterisk as a wildcard, or you don't even really have to in some cases, but you can just simply, you're looking for a customer, just start typing, customer names, just start typing. It'll filter to the nearest groups, and you can just choose the appropriate record that you're searching for. Okay, so mobile nav, Navision Now, you can get your data or your Navision application on a cell phone or a tablet or even a Motorola device. And this is pretty cool for people that are out on the road and they want to look at something. They don't want to open their laptop up. They can just go straight to their cell phone. As far as a warehousing application, this is what got us kind of excited about this, is that we can use tablets, cell phones, or a Motorola device in the warehouse, so we can do wireless warehousing. So we can do transfers on the fly in Navision without having to write it down on a piece of paper, go back to the computer, type it in manually. We can just do it right there, right now, and be done with it. So I hope to work with Fernando on some of this stuff, and we'll be probably launching it at NC1 first, so I'll be spending some time down there. This is real exciting. I can't tell you how exciting this is. This is over the top. And but just one thing I want to let you guys know is that for the warehouse drivers, we really have to encourage them not to text and drive, because I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, another really cool feature in NAV 2016 is the mandatory fields, and they're marked right on the page. They got a little asterisk right there. You have to populate those fields, or you cannot save the record. And we've done this ourselves programmatically, um, but this is way nicer because you can just go to setup and say what field anybody. It doesn't take an IT guy or a programmer to do this anymore. You can choose which fields um, from a an administrative level, which fields you want to be mandatory, and so you just go to the setup and you click, hey, I want this field, this field, this field. At any other time you ever want to do it again, you just go to the setup and do it. And Navision will handle that automatically for us. Another neat feature that doesn't have to do with the mandatory fields per se, but the fields that you see here um, can be customized by the user. Um, Say they don't want to see uh, invoice copies. They don't care about that. They can remove that. Before it would take, well, they could remove it doing custom stuff, but the field had to be present in the setup itself. Now they can choose from whatever's in the table. The user can, and it doesn't have to be um, set up by an IT guy so that they can then see it or not see it. They have control of all of the fields that are on any of the tables or pages, um, and that's a really nice feature. Frees up some time for us guys uh, doing other things, and that's all I have to say about that. We'll go on to the next thing. Another really, really impressive feature Microsoft has gone overboard, and I'm so excited about it, is that they have integrated Office 365 into Navision to the nth degree. It is unbelievable. Um, so what I want to show you here is that creating reports in Navision is a very, very complicated process. You have to create it in Classic, which is going away, but still not for the developer side. Um, you have to create it in Classic, and then you have to create it in Visual Studio, which is a Microsoft product, and it takes forever. It takes days to complete a report and make them formatted correctly, and it's a pain. But what Microsoft has done now is they've allowed us to create a report with Microsoft Word using a data set that we choose from the report selections. So if there's already a report created in the classic client version, you can take that data set, create a template in Microsoft Word, and you don't even have to create a template. Microsoft has thousands upon thousands of templates already pre-built. You just need to make it look pretty the way you want it to. But then you would take that data set and just drag and drop fields right where you want them. It is amazing. I'm these guys have outdone themselves. It is so cool. And pretty much anybody that would want to learn how to do that could do it. It doesn't take it's just following a procedure, doesn't take an IT guy. You want a new report, follow the directions. You can create any report you want. It's pretty cool. Uh, I'm very impressed. They've done a lot of stuff with Excel too, integrating with Microsoft Navision 2016 now also has queries built into it. So instead, if you wanted data before from a sales header and a sales lines, you had to go to Access to create some links between these tables. Well, now you can do that in Navision automatically. So all of this stuff that we used to have to work around is solved, and it's very, very exciting. These are exciting times, my friends. Okay, OCR, or optical character recognition, is another feature that is offered in NAV 2016, which will allow you to either scan or take a picture of a receipt, invoice, something of the sort, and the system would automatically generate an invoice for you for your expenses, your business trips, hotel room, whatever. It's kind of cool. I mean, you got to map it. There is some initial setup, but once you get it down uh, in the system, the it will just figure it all out and create a receipt for you. It's pretty cool. There is a caveat. The vanilla version that we get out of the box with NAV 2016 is pretty solid, and it's a good product. But there are better ones that we might want to explore at a later date after the upgrade. Um, it's again very exciting. The stuff they've come up with is mind-boggling. So, uh, that's another cool feature, and we'll be implementing that. That's a new feature too that we've never used before. So we'll have to figure that out. Sandy and I will work on that, and we will get with you guys on how to use it once we get going. Thank you. Okay, so this is the layout. This is what we got to do, and we've had our first meeting with Western, and I'm having conversations with David, Sandy, and Ted about how much data we want to put into the new database, which NAV 2016 will be working off of. I mean, if we can pare it down, it'll be good because it'll run quicker, and we're getting a lot of data that we probably don't necessarily need at this time that we can archive. So we've been having emails back and forth with Western. Once we get that figured out and how we want to store the data, uh, we're going to take off and start running. And so, this is a flow chart of the plan of how it's going to work. We got Fernando and Ganesh doing, and Ermi on the servers, and more than likely Eric too. You got me, Ted, and KP working on some of the Navision side. I know Mike Hempel is probably going to be a big part of this as well. And so as far as we're going to get a test database just like we did last time, and we will take it, run with it, try to break it, and you know train on it. Everybody gets to train on it. This training will be a lot easier than the previous upgrade we did when we went from classic to RTC, because this is still an RTC based program. So everybody kind of already knows how to use it, and it hasn't changed that much. But what we want to test exclusively and specifically is the processing. We want to make sure our processing is just the same as it always was. We don't want anything to be different. There are a lot of new cool features, but I mean, this program is gigantic. It's an ERP system, so uh, everything is tied to everything. So we need to try to break it so that we can inform Western, hey, this isn't working to what we thought, or maybe there's a new feature that we don't know about that replaces something that we were doing, and we just need to know about it so we can change our procedures. So this is where we're headed. It's going to take a little bit, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. This is probably a 3 to 4 month project, and it's going to involve a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to have to help step up and get it done. And I know they will. We've done this before. This will be our fourth time, the fourth version we've gone through. So we got this, but it's going to require some time and effort. So with that, I'm going to lead off to Little Paul for his final joke for the planning meeting, and a little Benny Hill. You guys have a great day.
Hey, why don't you ever see a hippo hiding in a tree?
I don't know. Why?
Because they're really good at it.
Good point.